Guys, you guys mind if we just do something real quick? Anyone remember Tracy Walker? Right? How cool Tracy Walker is? These girls know Tracy Walker. So Tracy Walker did this really cool thing where she did this cool little selfie. Right? Remember when she did the selfie, ladies? You remember that? So people on my list that I talk to, a lot of them don't believe that we can make the type of income that we make, right? Because they may see you in videos, they may see your blog posts, but they might not believe it. So I want to do a little quick selfie so you guys can be all nice and quiet, and I'll video myself here, and then I'll turn around and you guys go freaking ballistic, right? Because I want everyone to see. You guys will know when you get up here on stage, this is freaking awesome. Thank you for having me. This is so great. So you guys mind doing that? You cool with that? Is that cool? All right, let's see if I can figure this out, because this is a dream come true for me. So, thank you guys. Let's see, it's got the new HTC. You can't figure this damn thing out. Technology, you don't have to be really that smart to make a lot of money with Empower, right? We kind of learned that lesson before. Yeah. I had an iPhone, it just didn't work so well with me. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Samuel Levitz here at the Empower Network event, and a lot of you that have been listening to me on my list, you probably don't know that sometimes dreams do come true. They really can come true, and it happens by making a decision and really staying true to your dreams. And I want you to see what it's like to really live your dreams. Stick with me. It's your time next. Damn, you guys were good after lunch. That was awesome. Hey, someone remind me not to leave that. Although if I do, I'll get an iPhone, right? So listen, they wanted me to talk about my story. I've got just a few minutes to do that. Where do I begin? Let me just say, first of all, I want to give you guys something really, really valuable. At least it was extremely valuable to me. And I want to give you this thing, and it's going to be a gift, and I want you to take it in as a gift, because what I'm going to share with you today is a little bit about my story, but it's more of a story about my story. And if you take this and you absorb my story, and you can even use it as your story, it can propel you to get the things in your life that you want, be it money, be it relationships, be it happiness. It has moved my life so much, and I hope to get to it quick, so just know it's a gift, it's coming. Remind me in about 11 minutes if I'm slowing down and that music starts. So, go back to 2011, Lawrence Tam calls. Samuel, what you doing? Oh, hey, Lawrence. You guys know Lawrence Tam? Yeah. Man, there's this $25 deal. I don't know much about it, but this crazy guy, Dave Wood, you seen that guy jump in the water and half naked, and I said, yeah. It's this $25 deal, and I'm going to do it. What do you think? And he kind of went on to explain a little bit to me. And I was like, Lawrence, truthfully, I have no freaking clue what the hell you're talking about. Anybody know Lawrence and just can't follow a word he says? So I said, you know what? Whatever I'm doing at the time, it just wasn't working. I had income, then I didn't, had income, then I didn't. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to make a decision to do this. Okay, see if you can relate to this. I made a decision with that phone call with Lawrence Tam in October of 2011. I made a decision to do this business. How many of you are still waiting to make a decision? No one? You guys have all decided? Okay, it's cool. No, that's cool. That's cool. But this is why I'm here, apparently, to share my challenges with you. So I decided. I said to myself, okay, I'm going to give myself 30 days. Not like Chris Record. Chris Record gave himself a year. I was like, I got to get this done in 30 days. I need something to happen. And I said, I'm going to give myself 30 days. And I'm not going to try this. Anyone said you're going to try this before? You guys ever went in business and said you're going to try it? See how it works? That's just an instant invitation to failure. We all know that, right? It fires your subconscious mind. It makes it okay for you to fail. Sucks. Get rid of try. Please, if anything else, just get rid of try, get rid of can't. Forget the but word. Unless, you're at a club with Peter Sorensen. And so 30 days later, I pumped out $10,000 or $12,000, and I looked back, I said, wow, this shit works. It works. And then from there on, the rest is my story, and I don't have enough time to tell it. the point is this. Here's what's even more important, okay? I woke up this morning, I had all this stuff planned for you guys. I woke up this morning, I did my little morning meditation. Someone left their water here, by the way. You're gonna be missing that, because that water here is terrible. I did my little morning meditation today, and there was a message that flashed across my subliminal video, and it said, it's in the moments of your decisions that your destiny is shaped. Choose wisely. Well, I just got goosebumps. It's in the moments of your decisions that your destiny is shaped. Choose wisely. And that rocked me today. I was like, well, shit, I think I need to talk about that, because that really rocked me in my business, that rocked me in my relationships, that rocked me in everything that I look back on in my life, I can relate to decisions. Okay? Senior year in high school, big shot quarterback, thought I was. Saturday morning after a football game Friday night, Dad wakes me up sitting on the corner of my bed, shakes me, wakes me up, Samuel. Dad's crying. Dad, the hell? Says, I've been diagnosed with cancer, in a crackly voice. Fast forward about half my senior year, Dad is in the hospital getting surgery after surgery after surgery, and Dad's a doctor, so I know how hospitals go. And I would take off lunch break, and then fourth period, which is the period right after lunch, and I would go to the hospital and visit with Dad. Needless to say, I flunked Spanish. Wasn't there for it. That's cool. Hablo español perfectamente ahora. That's muy sexy. So I went into the hospital to go visit Dad this one day, and I went to his hospital room. Anyone know about hospitals, doctors? Okay. What happens when you go to a hospital bedroom where you're expecting to see someone and the shit is made up and no one's in the room? Right. We all know what that means. Dad wasn't there. I asked, the nurse came in, and I said, where's my dad? Because they all know my dad at the hospital. Where's my dad? She said, you don't know? And I said, where's my dad? And she said, Samuel, it's okay. They took him up to ICU. Running up to ICU. It's a big horseshoe-shaped room. And I see 8 doctors by one bedroom. Everything else is empty. Ran over there. All the doctors cleared out. There's my dad, stick of a man. And they all cleared out. And I saw my dad. He was maybe 80 pounds at the time. It was horrible. I mean, if you see your parents like that, it's just crappy. And I remember sitting on the edge of his bed, holding his hand, and thinking to myself, I've not once told my father that I love them. Anyone else done this crap before? Anyone else ever held something back? Sitting there, I've never once told my dad I loved him? What a shitty son I am. God forbid I ever have a kid and does the same thing to me, right? So I'm like, I'm going to tell my dad I love him right now. 47 minutes it took me sitting there to get rid of my cool, get rid of my ego, get rid of my whatever the hell it was, to finally, and Dad was eyes closed, out like a light. And I finally took his hand. I said, Dad, I love you. He opened his eyes, couldn't speak because he was too weak, and he started crying. Whew. It's in the moments of your decisions that your destiny is shaped. Choose wisely. I was living in Santa Barbara, California. You guys know Santa Barbara? Beautiful place just up north of here. It's God's country. It's gorgeous. I had a little office downtown Santa Barbara. Would pedal my little beach cruiser to the office every day. Coming back, and it's a big tourist destination, Santa Barbara is. And for some reason, I was pedaling down the little beach path right on the beach, right on the ocean there. And I saw this tour bus pull up, about like towards where the back of the room is, about 100 yards or so. And I decided to stop. Something told me to stop. My intuition said, just stop and people watch for a second. So I did. I saw it, and this tour bus stopped, and this, geriatric crowd started coming out. And it was your typical geriatric uniform crowd. I mean, The checkered pants with the black socks pulled up to the knee. Please don't let me do that. If I get old and you guys know me, don't let me do that. And no joke, this one guy came out. He must have been 75 years old, maybe 80. He came out of the tour bus, and I'm sitting there watching him, and I'm thinking, okay, this guy's probably from Kansas or something like that. I don't know. He gets out of the tour bus, gets his video camera out, opens it up, videotapes the palm tree, puts the video camera back in, and walks back on the bus. Are you kidding me? This guy's worked his entire life. In my brain, this guy has worked his entire life for this vacation. To videotape a frickin' palm tree. To take it back to the retirement home to show his friends a frickin' Santa Barbara palm tree. And it broke my heart. And I'm like, God, please don't ever let me do that. It's in the moment of your decisions that your destiny is shaped. Choose wisely. I told myself I never want to be that old man sitting on the back of the bus, the videotaping a palm tree. And I never was. That's why I live my life the way I do now. And thanks to EN, by the way, I do want to say this. The last 3 months my dad has been in the hospital. Thanks to EN for this amazing business to be able to spend most all this time with him and still make money. So if you guys believe that is pretty cool to have a company that gives us this, say hallelujah. Final story, because this relates to the power of decision. I want you guys to really get this. Please, really get this. So many of us just go through life asleep. We go through life asleep. We need to wake up. We need to make decisions that feel good. How many people make decisions because they feel damn good? I do. A lot of other people apparently are still asleep. And that's cool. A lot of people make decisions from their mind, right? From their brain. Which do you think is better? Think about making a decision or what feels good? Say again? Okay, I'm going to tell you, if you tap in your intuition, guys, we've got the gut instinct. I'm going to tell you that you're going to be happier. You're going to be a hell of a lot happier. I'm in Ankara, Turkey. 23 years old. I have a business in Turkey that takes me to Turkey. I fly into Istanbul. We have to get out of the plane, get on a crappy little bus to take us to the next airplane, to take us to Ankara, Turkey. Get off the plane, sticking my butt on this bus, okay? It's on the tarmac to get to the next flight. And here I am, a 23-year-old punk, sitting on the bus. I know, I'm tired too. Oh. Sitting on the bus, and no offense to Turkish guys, but man, if you're ever in Turkey, they don't shower as often as Americans typically shower. It was tough. And so there's about 100 people crammed on this bus. And I was stuck in the fourth row, next to 3 people on a 2-seat, seat, crammed against the window. And about 10 rows behind me, on the right-hand side, through all this chatter that I'd heard on the bus, all these Turkish conversations, and who knows, I didn't understand a lick of that language. It's cool though. But I tapped into these guys over here that were speaking English. These American guys. So here I am in the front row, or the fourth row, and I crank my head around and I see these guys talking. It's one old man sitting in front of another old man. And they're from America. And I said to the guy, I hear him say to the guy in front, he says, "Hey, where are you from?" And the guy in back says, "From Colorado." Yeah, the guy says, "Colorado, huh?" And it was this huge, heavy sigh. And it rocked me from 10 rows in front. It rocked me in front of, with all this Turkish chatter going on. And I turned around to see what the hell was going on because I had chicken skin just listening to that sigh. Turn around, the guy says, "Colorado, huh?" He's gazing out the window. He's like, "I almost married a girl from Colorado once. Sometimes I wish I did." Changed my world forever. I felt this pain from this old man that has lived his entire life with regret. to a woman that he loved, to a life he could have had. And I said,